Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Toni Harris Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor. Today's episode, we're going to talk about being driven and drastic. My special guest is Suzanne Evans of Driven Inc. Suzanne is a powerhouse marketing coach, and she has changed the trajectory of a lot of business owners. I love what Suzanne is about, and you'll get to meet her later. But let's talk a little bit about what it means to be driven and drastic. Driven means you move forward no matter what. And that means some other stuff might have to wait. As entrepreneurs, sometimes we might have to be a little out of balance in order to get done what we need to get done to build our businesses. My mentor, Scott Talley, had to put his house on Airbnb and rent it out while he was building his company. That's driven. Someone like me, a small entrepreneur, is doing a television show now. That is, no matter what, that's driven. So are you driven enough to get the success you're looking for? And let's say this, success is whatever you're looking for. I get a lot of people who want to coach with me and they're just not driven nor drastic enough. They're not ready, and it's okay. You have to be driven in order to be a successful entrepreneur. Then you got to be drastic. What does that mean? So drastic means you take the step, right? You take the drastic step, but then you got to be driven to make it move. So, are you driven? Are you drastic? Today, you're going to meet Suzanne, and she's going to set the stage for why you must be a driven entrepreneur. We'll be right back.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Whether you're looking to connect with customers, find new ones, or sell more of your awesome stuff, Constant Contact has powerful email marketing tools and more to help you do more business online. Power on with Constant Contact. Try it free today.
Are you looking to own a business? Why not own a financial consulting business? Start your new financial planning business with a reputable company established since 1969. We support your success with business coaching, a proven money-making system, and an established ready-made audience that will need your help. Contact Marlon Johnson. Call 248-910-2670.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Welcome back to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show. And today, I've already set you up. I have the most amazing guest, Miss Suzanne Evans. I've been following Suzanne for over 10 years. It took me a minute to take the drastic step to play in her sandbox, but I'm so excited that 2021 is the year that we are playing together. Suzanne, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
So I've been following you for a while. I've been to a few of your events. Let me say this, y'all. She brings 800 people on Zoom to her events. 800. I'm like, what? One day when I grow up, I'm going to be like Suzanne. And I was just touched, moved, and inspired. I hired my business coach from her, who is a protege of Suzanne's, and her upcoming conference, Driven, is going to be amazing. So you're the driven entrepreneur, Suzanne. What does that mean?
Well, it means you're committed. It means you get up every day and you do whatever it takes to get whatever you need, to get whatever you want, so you can have whatever you want. And it means that things are going to go bad and you got to keep going. It means that things are going to go wrong and you got to keep going. It means this is going to be one of the hardest things you ever did, but you didn't sign up for easy, you signed up for hard. And if this was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Absolutely.
So being driven means no matter what.
I love that. Now, the story I love about you is the Whole Foods story. So tell us how you started your coaching business.
Well, I was working in a job, a job. I was an assistant producer for Broadway theater, which is a fancy word for secretary. And I did what so many people in this country and in this world do, was I got to a point where I wanted to do something different. I wanted to have a different life experience. I wanted financial freedom. I wanted some time freedom. And the job I was in, while interesting, I opened 5 Broadway shows and got to hang with some really cool celebrities and all types of influential artists. I knew that there was something more I wanted to do, something bigger. And so I went through all types of things, figuring out what I wanted to be when I grew up. I landed on coaching. And in the beginning, I did what most people do. I got ready to think about getting ready to plan, to launch a business. And I was in a 60+ hour a week day job. So I was in a day job. And this was my side hustle. So I launched my coaching business as a side hustle. I made 6 figures the first year, more than I was making in the day job. But that's being driven. You do it no matter what. Sleep didn't matter. Job didn't matter. Work didn't matter. Time didn't matter. When I finally committed to doing this and I truly got driven, right?
Yep.
It worked, but that's what being driven is.
Okay, you set up in Whole Foods to start your coaching business.
Oh, yes, in Whole Foods. So it was one of the first things I did. So when I started out, I did what everybody did. I burned through the friends and the family and the neighbors and hey, I'm starting this new thing. And I thought, what do I do next? And I was standing in Whole Foods one day shopping, and I looked at my wife and I said, I have an idea. And she said, oh goodness, please do not have an idea in Whole Foods. Have anywhere, but not in Whole Foods. Long story short, I went to them. I said, I want to speak here. I want to set up a table to talk about. At the time I was doing life coaching. Now I'm a business and marketing coach. I said, I want to set up a booth and talk about life coaching. They said, you can't do that here. I said, there's a man in the back passing out free samples of chicken sausage. I think life coaching is more important than chicken sausage. And they said, ma'am, we don't do this. I said, walk out in the parking lot with me. To this day, the fact that the manager walked out in the parking lot with me is still astonishing, but he did. And I said, look, it says whole food, whole body, whole life. You're killing it with the food. You've got a whole body section. But what are you doing about life? I don't want you to get sued. And he said, oh my God, come on Sundays from 2 to 4 and bring a table. I set up a table between the organic tomatoes and bananas, and I pitched life coaching to people, and nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. Not a damn soul, but I kept pitching it, and I kept talking, and I figured out how to talk to people, and I figured out what people's problems were, and I figured out what people's pains were between those tomatoes and bananas. And a lot of people said, no, I'm not interested, but can you show me where the soy sauce was? And I would walk with them, and I'd talk to them about their life, and I talked to them about their stress, and I talked to them about their pains. And I built a 6-figure business in the produce section of a grocery store.
That story is amazing. It really demonstrates the power of being driven. When we come back, we're going to talk about overcoming obstacles and what that has looked like for you and some of your clients, Suzanne. We'll be right back after this message.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
If you are a business owner who needs more revenue but doesn't have the time or team to conduct sales activities, you need Unstoppable Sales Support. I'm Tish Time, CEO and founder of Unstoppable Sales Support. For over 10 years, I've helped teams to close more sales. Unstoppable Sales Support is your outsourced sales solution. Prospecting, follow-up, and we close sales. Done for you.
Creating social media posts for your business can take so much time and energy. And yet with the pandemic, if you're not online posting, people think you're closed. Introducing Amy Social. Amy Social is the world's first AI app for small business that writes, designs, creates, and schedules every post for your entire month's social media calendar in seconds. Download it to your phone for free at getsocial.ai. That's getsocial.ai.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Welcome back. In the last segment, we heard from Suzanne what it meant to be a driven entrepreneur. Now, I'm going to ask her the same question I ask all of my guests. You know, entrepreneurship, Suzanne, is not easy. My next book is going to be Entrepreneurship is Not for Punks. You know, it's valleys and peaks. Tell me an obstacle you've had to overcome in your entrepreneurship journey.
Well, when I started this whole thing, I was fat, gay, and broke. I mean, every obstacle you can imagine. I didn't have any capital to start a business. Didn't even have any savings to my name. I was an overweight woman going out there speaking and getting on stages. And I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what my the purpose and intention was that I wanted to take on, but I had no experience. I didn't really have any chops, but I did have a willingness to work hard, and I had a willingness to educate myself. I really believe that if you've not read at least 500 books on your topic and in your industry, then you don't have the right to teach or train or coach or support or educate other people on that topic. So I was willing to educate myself, and I was willing to put in the work, and I knew that I could work harder than anyone else. So everything was an obstacle. And I still say that to this day. I'm 12 years into this and have done very well and have a multi-million-dollar business every year. And it's still hard every single day. The employee that leaves, the employee that you need to rehire, the client that's unhappy no matter what you do, the mistakes that you make to make a client unhappy, because we're all human and nothing is perfect. Every day business is an obstacle. I wake up every single day and say, today is going to be full of fires, and I'm a fireman, and I need to get out a hose, and I need to spray this whole thing down. I don't wake up in a negative, pessimistic place. I wake up in an optimistic place, but I wake up in a realistic place. And the reality is, this is the hardest thing you'll ever do. It gets harder the more you make, the bigger the team is. And so you gotta be problem solving every hour.
Absolutely. Somehow, some people have got it in their mind that entrepreneurship is glamorous. You get freedom. Whatever. You work 90 hours a week and then some. So it is not for the faint at heart. However, it is rewarding. And you have grown your business to be amazing. And you're putting on multiple conferences a year, touching and inspiring people to take their next driven step. And I wanted to ask you about your upcoming Driven Conference. Tell us more about that conference.
Well, this is an event we've been doing for about 9 or 10 years now. And this is soup to nuts, A to Z, how to build a multiple 6 or 7 figure business. Even if you're just like Suzanne, you don't have a clue, you don't have the capital to start a business, but you're driven and you're hungry and you're willing and you're committed. And so we walk you through everything from sales to marketing to messaging to how to create a movement to online to offline to social media, everything you need to grow a business, to get clients and customers, and to get a life of freedom for yourself. And I love what you said. Yes, everybody wants to do this because it's so glamorous and I want freedom. You do not get freedom is not free, first of all. Freedom is not free. But you do get choices. And when you have choices in life, you do have freedom. And being an entrepreneur gives you choices of how you spend your time, gives you choices of how to spend your money. So our Driven the event, you get to stay home and do it. It's the home edition, which is obviously with what's going on in the world right now, that is a useful and beautiful thing, not to be concerned or be worried. So you don't have to travel, but it's also beautiful because you save money. You don't have to go to a lousy, hotel and eat another Marriott Cobb salad that costs $24. You could stay home. You can stay with your pets and your children. I know sometimes we want to leave our pets, children, and spouses, but you could stay home and be committed for 3 days to making more money than you've ever made in your life, to making the biggest difference you've ever made in your life, to making more impact, to helping people, to being of service, and to leaving a legacy. And that's what Driven the event is. Shows you everything you need to know to leave richer than you came.
So how can people register for Driven?
Well, I think we have a special link for everybody so that we know they came through this wonderful TV show and that we know that they came through you. So everybody can go to Toni, Toni, and Suzanne, Suzanne, Toni and Suzanne, that's Suzanne with a Z and 2 N's, .com, and you're going to get a special price. So these tickets range everything from, $197 and up, but you are going to get a special rate of $97. So $97, would you invest $97 to make $97,000? Of course you would, all day long. And that's what we're going to show you how to do, right? For some of you, it'll be investing $97 to make $970,000. And I can promise you, if after the end of day one, you go, oh, this is no good, I'm not learning anything, I don't know what I'm getting out of this, I'll refund your $97, because we're not wanting your $97. We're wanting you to get everything you need to have an impact and have the income you want. So ToniandSuzanne.com, and you get the special pricing of $97 to join us for 3 days at Driven the event, so that you can do everything you need to grow a 6 or 7 figure business.
So when we come back, thank you, Suzanne. And again, ToniandSuzanne.com, you'll see it on the screen. But when we come back, Suzanne, I want you to teach us something. You're the sales and marketing guru. Give them a little bit of seasoning of what they're going to get at the conference. We'll be right back with the master, Suzanne Evans. Did you know that 76% of warm referrals actually close? Are you getting all the referrals that you want? My name is Toni Harris Taylor, and I am the community builder with Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bring business owners together to help them to build relationships to bring each other more leads. If you're interested in getting more leads for your business, contact me at nianortheasthouston.com.
The most important thing that you have to share with your audience or your potential customer is your story. Other people have similar products, they may have similar services, but no one has your story. And when you share that story with clarity and confidence, that's going to lead to better connections, which leads to more conversions. My name is Star Babatun, and I help small business owners tell their stories for more connection and more conversion.
Welcome back. So now it's time for the master to shine. Suzanne Evans, what are the biggest 3 obstacles or challenges when it comes to growing their business that entrepreneurs make?
Well, I would say let's there's about 100. Let's narrow it down to 3. And the 3 that I would choose are, number 1, people wait for perfection before they get going. They think, right? They think you build something, it's perfect, it's ready to roll, and then I launch it to the world. What they don't recognize is better betterness, how's that for a word? Betterness comes from actually doing it. You will never get it good. You will never get it great. You will never get it really profitable until you are in the action of it. When I said that I stood in that grocery store and it was hard and it was humiliating and people were like, is this a crazy woman? But it's also where I grew my business and my business chops and my foundation, because I talked to so many people, some who had no interest in talking to me, some who did, that I learned what people needed. I evolved my message. I launched my foundation. I grew my packages. So number one is people think it needs to be good before you launch it. No, it just needs to get going. And if it doesn't get going, it will never get good. So that's number one.
All right.
The second thing is that a lot of people in the expert space and the coaching space and the consulting space and the teaching space, they believe something happens to them and then they want to build something out of that or go teach on that. You have to solve a problem that people are willing to pay to resolve. Let me say that again. You must solve a problem that people are willing to pay to resolve. The reason that toilet paper toilet paper markets itself because it has competitors, right? Toilet paper doesn't market itself because it needs to educate people on the fact that they need toilet paper. It solves a problem. Right? So if you don't have a toilet paper strategy, you are a problem and your business is a problem. So when people come to me and they go, I just want to help women be better women. Women don't want to be better women. Women don't wake up in the middle of the night and say, I want to be a better woman. They might say, I hate my job. They might say, I hate this person I'm laying next to. They might say, oh my gosh, I hate this belly on me that I can't get my jeans zipped. You have to get specific and you have to solve a specific problem. And that's one of the biggest tactical things I see happen in business. The third thing I would say in this day and age that we live in 2021, is that because you opened up an Instagram account does not mean you have a business.
Say that again.
Because you have an Instagram account or you're on Facebook does not mean you have a business. People have confused social platforms with business models. A social platform is not a business model. A social platform is a channel. And you need about 12 to 20 channels running at any given time to be profitable in business. So one channel might be Instagram. Another channel might be public speaking. Another channel might be networking. Another channel might be running Facebook ads, right? It's just a channel. So do not confuse social media with a business model. It is one channel in hundreds of channels used for marketing and sales that you are going to need to utilize over your business lifetime to be profitable and be successful.
Okay, so thank you. Such wisdom in that. Number one, you do not have to be perfect to move forward. In fact, perfection kills progress. Sometimes the drastic driven step is to just move. So I tell my clients the exact same thing, do something. And then the second thing is,
Yes. So the first was you don't have to have it perfect to get going. The second piece is you must solve a problem. So you got to have a toilet paper strategy.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So I want to recap what Suzanne just said. Number one, perfection kills progress. And that stops a lot of entrepreneurs from moving forward. The second thing is you must solve a problem. And that sounds so obvious. But a lot of people want to help people who don't want to be helped, right? And they certainly won't pay money for what it is that you want to help them with. So make sure you're solving a pain. And number three, social media is not a business. Just because you have a business social media page and you have some followers, that does not convert to money by itself. It is not just the part of the business. Suzanne, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I cannot wait to partner with you in Driven. I am a sponsor. And I want to encourage you all to register as a VIP. Register as a VIP, schedule all 3 days, and play full out. Thank you so much, lady, and I can't wait to see you. By the way, the dates of Driven again are what?
April the 21st through the 23rd. So you can go to ToniandSuzanne.com, grab your $97 discounted ticket there. If you want to upgrade to VIP, you'll get an option to do that later. And we can't wait to spend 3 days with you and give you everything you need to have 2021 just be your best year ever.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. Suzanne is amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Have you ever thought about the true definition of success? Well, fortunately, there's no wrong answer. We all have our own ideas of what true success actually means. So don't let yourself get caught up in trying to live someone else's success story. I'm Mike Bush with JLA Realty, and I want to take just a moment to let you know what our idea of success actually means. It's helping to create successful, passionate, and driven agents, which give us satisfied clients. So if you're ready for us to help you write your own success story, go to joinjla.com and let's get to work.
Are you a busy business owner that feels invisible and you are not making the money you deserve? My name is Toni Harris Taylor with Drastic Results Coaching. I'm a leading marketing and sales coach who teaches service-based entrepreneurs how to magnetically attract their ideal clients to make more money now. If you are ready to get drastic results in your business, contact Toni at 713-387-9273. Remember, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris Taylor.
Welcome back. I want to give a special thank you to Suzanne Evans for stopping by and sharing her wisdom around building a driven business. Can you imagine me and Suzanne together, driven and drastic? Yo, oh my gosh. So don't forget to register ToniandSuzanne.com and register as a VIP. It's like $191, right under $200. I promise it'll be the best $200 that you have spent. But also remember the 3 things she says that stops entrepreneurs. Number 1, perfection kills progress. And we know big brands that aren't perfect. iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3. Every time they release a new version, they're telling you the version before wasn't perfect. So just release something and keep moving forward. Number 2, make sure you solve a problem, right? People won't pay if you don't solve their problems. And number 3, social media is not enough. It is not a business plan. So you must get out and you must connect with people, build relationships to grow your business. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Bye.